Hey everybody, Scott here for the Helix channel. It's Tuesday, and today I'm wearing the same shirt I wore yesterday. What the hell? That's a sign of laziness, depression, lack of inspiration. I don't know what it means. It just means I have the same shirt on I had yesterday. I probably slept in it. You don't know. Now you do. Anyway, today I'm going to go and I've had a bunch of questions from some very new Helix users. Show some brand new stuff. How do you create a preset from scratch from nothing? It's easy. I'll show you. All right, the first thing you do is you press the big round knob on the upper left by the menu button, and it shows you the factory presets, the users, and the templates. We want to go over to the templates because that's where you find the templates. And let's just start with the quick start. And it's this one right here. Now, I have already saved the quick start over to one of my user presets. So let's go up to my user presets. And find it. There it is. Now this is the way it comes when you grab it from the templates. And what I do first, clear all blocks. I don't want any of that shit. I want to start fresh. And with this particular one, we'll go over, turn on the gate, roll it down to about -69. I always set this to about, take your time. Oh, fuck you. Turn it back on. Sometimes it'll catch and it'll speed up for you, but I can't usually do that with my left hand, only with my right. Set the guitar auto impedance to 230k ohms. Very simple. I always start my presets with, you guessed it, the LA Studio Comp, some compression. And we'll roll the gain back, leave the peak reduction basically where it is, roll this up to 2.0, roll the mix down to 20%. That way we get a little bit of a volume boost, but not a brick wall of compression. Let's grab a distortion, shall we? Love the compulsive drive. Move over to the next slot. Put an amp in there. And okay, let's put an amp and cab in there because we're not going to use IRs today because, you know. And I love the Cali, Texas 2. And let's do a really simple thing where we have a reverb. Oops, not them. We got to go to the legacy reverbs because I want the plate. Go one after that. Now let's take a delay. I like the duck delay. Now, what we want to do, what I want to do, is I want to make it so that the reverb and the delay don't go into each other. I want to separate them routing-wise. So let's hit the action button while we're on the delay, and then use the joystick to pull it down. Then press the joystick in. Now we can move the cursor around again, and we want to take this merge point, move it in front of the reverb, and set it to split AB, even split there. Now I'm just to be anal, I move that right below that. But what I like to do is I like to go over here, go to this merge point, hit action, pull it down, then press it in. Now we have completely separate and discrete outputs. Here's where, if you wanted to go in stereo, you could pan one of them left and one of them right from this control right here. And if you want to run in stereo, that's great. Knock yourself out. That'd be a great way to do it. Another way to do it would be to have a separate amp with, actually different sounds, but having a delay coming from one speaker and a reverb from the other is also very cool. And then, another thing you could do that would make it interesting would be to, say, put a pitch shifter over here. the little simple pitch. And I'll demonstrate what that sounds like in a sec. I always set it to -9 cents, set the shift level to 9 as well. But if I'm using 2, I'll set one to -9 and one to +9. Now, okay, now we need to go back up and let's address some of these other things, like the gain on this needn't be so high. Let's go with 3.3, about 3.3 on there. Maybe a little higher, 3.6. Now, we're trying to make a quick 2-channel amp setup here. Clean and a crunch. Very easy. Now, when you I'm in snapshot mode, 8 snapshot mode. You just hit both bank buttons and you automatically are in 8 snapshot mode, which is cool. And to enable something, you just press in on the little button or the knob right below the parameter you want. Press it in and turn it to the left or right. And since we're going to set up the clean channel first, we're going to set this down all the way down to about 2.4, and then press this in, turn it to the right, down to 2.4 as well. And the bass, we're just going to leave it unsnapshot enabled and just roll it down to 1.5. Roll the mids down to about 2 and the treble down to about 3.3. We'll roll up the volume to about 6.6 though. Going over to the next page, we'll leave that, roll off some presence to maybe about 3.3, bring the master up to 5. Master is going to change snapshot-wise when we go from the clean to the crunch though. Or maybe it won't. I might change it so that the master is controlled by the expression pedal. That way I can set my leads that way. Sag on this amp can go all the way up to 10. And the ripple on this one can go up to 6. Now the bias we'll leave alone, and the bias X. So now some reverb parameters. We want a simple reverb, maybe 2 seconds, 100 millisecond pre-delay. I always set the low and high cut usually between about 200 hertz on the low up to about 400, depending on what I'm going for, and then the high cut at about between 2.0 to about 3.6. And then give it about 33% mix, turn the trails on, let's turn our attention to the duct delay. I like a 386 millisecond delay time. It's just a great all-around delay time, and it works for every fucking tempo, I swear to God. It's great. Now we'll set the low and high cuts. When I go with delays, it's usually 300 hertz and 3.0 kilohertz, and we don't need much of this. We'll probably set it about 16%. But I do go into the next page and roll the threshold and the ducking all the way to 0. Turn the trails on. Now let's grab a guitar. Give her a listen. Okay, I've had to make a couple of changes to the amp and the cab just because it just wasn't loud enough. So I brought up the drives to both 3.3 and the volume to 8.8 and the master to 6.0. So, and then I muted the, or bypassed the overdrive. So we've just got a very cool, clean sound. And it's, you know, super cool with the Strat. Groovy. Now we just need the crunch sound. So that means snapshot 1 is complete. We can just save it and go to press snapshot 2. Now what we want to do is just go over to the to that sucker, unbypass the overdrive, switch to the all right, let's roll off some of the tone on that. Make a few changes over here. As far as this goes, what we'll do is we will press in the treble. I want to roll off some of that, maybe down to 2.5, and then bring up the drive 1 and drive 2 because I want a little bit crunchier. And the master, Actually, no. What we'll do is, this is supposed to be 3.3. Press in the presence. Roll that back to about 1.1. All right, now we hear the overdrive. Pretty heavy duty. Now let's, you've got 2 channels, and save that. There. Now you've got a clean channel, crunch channel. And if you want, we can set up the expression to make it into a boost. Hit the menu button, controller assign, go over to the master, set it to expression 2 because that's the default. Now we were at 6.0. I'll make it go up to 7.7. We roll off some volume here and give her a listen and then press it forward. Play something and then press the expression forward. I have to roll my volume back because I don't want to overload the input. Now we can even go back. I want to save that real quick. Go back to the clean sound and check that out. We need more volume because we don't really have the same that we do with the other one, and that's something that we can fix. We can go into the channel volume, press it forward, crank it. So, and then give this up to about 3.6 and save it. Now here's my clean sound. Now that I've made some adjustments, we have the volume at 10 on this one, and the drive's up there a little bit. So we'll have. Press the expression forward. Good times. There you go, everybody. Good time getting it done from nothing. Preset action. And, you know, you can add the IRs. Today I just wanted to keep it simple for the people that maybe don't have the IRs. I use 3 Sigma Audio IRs for pretty much everything I do. I use their Fender 65 Twin 212, their Bad Cat 212, their High Watt 412, and their Marshall 1960V 412 for everything I do now, because it's the sounds that I love for myself, and if they work good for me, then they'll work for the presets that I sell to you. And I haven't been stumped tonally yet, so I think I can cover pretty much any kind of sound with those. I think if I do anything extreme metal, I would probably use a boogie cab, or maybe you know, a diesel cab or something like that. We'll see. I don't know if I'll ever do an extreme metal. We don't know. The record wall is now full. There are 33 albums up on this wall. I've got some on the floor over here that don't have anywhere to go. They're going to go up on this wall. I've only got room for 10 on this wall, though, because there's a big-ass doorway right there. And there's a lot of insulation material on the walls to try and keep it quiet in here. I need to put in a little curtain type thing. Maybe a beaded curtain, perhaps? I don't know. But, yeah. It's good stuff. I'm just going to revolve them in and out. I got Jefferson Starship Nuclear Furniture today. Joe Jackson, I'm the Man. And one of the Bryan Cranston solo albums. Good stuff. So, I'll be back tomorrow with Name That Riff. Oh, the good time, fun, happy party guitar game. Fun for everyone. And I still don't know what I'm going to do for my next preset package. I'm just lacking inspiration right now. I'm feeling kind of about everything, and it sucks. You'd probably call it depression. But I'm having difficulty motivating myself. So I think I just need to, you know, spend a few days listening to music and maybe getting inspired by some old albums. Maybe some new music. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out. I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, rock on.